Hello students, the first lesson from our course book 1.1 An Astrologer's Day by R.K. Narayan 1906 to 2001. R.K. Narayan. Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer Narayan Swamy was one of the best known novelists among Indian English writers. He is the author of 14 novels, 5 volumes of short stories, and a number of travelogues, and has a collection of non-fiction to his credit. He also wrote his memoir, My Days, in 1975. Narayan created the imaginary town of Malgudi, where realistic characters in a typically Indian setting lived amid unpredictable events. His stories are grounded in compassionate humanism and celebrated the humor and energy of ordinary life. His stories are characterized by a simple style and subtle humor. Narayan was introduced to American readers in 1952 by the Michigan State University Press. These include Swamy and Friends, The Bachelor of Arts in 1937, The Dark Room in 1938, An Astrologer's Day and Other Stories in 1947, Mr. Sampath in 1949, The Financial Expert in 1954, Waiting for the Mahatma in 1955, The Guide in 1958, and many other books. His novel, The Guide, won him the Sahitya Academy Award in 1961, the most coveted literary honor in India. His writing is distinguished by humor and unoffending irony, a unique Indianness, and a simplicity which is utterly charming and authentic. Narayan typically portrays the peculiarities of human relationships and the ironies of Indian daily life. His style is graceful, marked by genial humor, elegance, and simplicity. Now, see the lesson. See, this lesson is a story of that astrologer. So, I am not going to teach you line to line. Whatever the main important points are there, I will explain it. Okay? Otherwise, in my reading, you will understand the story. Okay? See, page number 2, An Astrologer's Day. Punctually at midday, he opened his bag and spread out his professional equipment, which consisted of a dozen cowrie shells, a square piece of cloth with obscure mystic charts on it, a notebook, and a bundle of Palmyra writing. His forehead was resplendent with sacred ash and vermilion, and his eyes sparkled with a sharp abnormal gleam, which was really an outcome of a continual searching look for customers, but which his simple clients took to be a prophetic light and felt comforted. The power of his eyes was considerably enhanced by their position placed as they were between and painted forehead and the dark whiskers which streamed down his cheeks. Even a half-wit's eyes would sparkle in such a setting. To crown the effect, he wound a saffron-colored turban around his head. This color scheme never failed. People were attracted to him as bees are attracted to cosmos or dahlia stalks. He sat under the boughs of spreading tamarind tree which flanked a path running through the town hall park. It was a remarkable place in many ways. A surging crowd was always moving up and down this narrow road from morning till night. A variety of trades and occupations was represented all along its way. Medicine sellers, sellers of stolen hardware and junk, magicians, and above all, an auctioneer of cheap cloth who created enough din all day to attract the whole town. Next to him, in vociferousness, came a vendor of fried groundnut, who gave his ware a fancy name each day, calling it Bombay ice cream one day, and on the next Delhi almond, and on the third Raja's delicacy, and so on and so forth, and people flocked to him. A considerable portion of this crowd dallied before the astrologer too. The astrologer transacted his business by the light of a flare which crackled and smoked up above the groundnut heap nearby. Half the enchantment of the place was due to the fact that it did not have the benefit of municipal lighting. The place was lit up by shop lights. One or two had hissing gas lights. Some had naked flares stuck on poles. Some were lit up by old cycle lamps, and one or two, like the astrologer, managed without lights of their own. It was a bewildering crisscross of light rays and moving shadows. This suited the astrologer very well, for the simple reason that he had not in the least intended to be an astrologer when he began life. And he knew no more of what was going to happen to others than he knew what was going to happen to himself next minute. He was as much a stranger to the stars as were his innocent customers. Yet he said things which pleased and astonished everyone. That was more a matter of study, practice, and shrewd guesswork. All the same, it was as much an honest man's labor as any other, and he deserved the wages he carried home at the end of a day. See, this is the first para. The first para is very long one. It is the description of that astrologer, how that astrologer was. I told you the things which the astrologers have. The things are cowrie shells, a piece of cloth, mystic charts, notebook, all these things. Understand? The astrologer always sit under that tamarind tree. टॅमरिंड चिंचेचं झाड. या चिंचेच्या झाडाखाली तो ॲस्ट्रोलॉजर नेहमी बसायचा. वेअर ही सॅट दॅट प्लेस वॉज अ रिमार्केबल प्लेस. सी, like our astrologer, many trade and businessmen were there on that road. What these trades are? See, medicine sellers were there, sellers of stolen hardware and junk, magicians also are there, and an auctioneer of cheap cloth. I told you about the businessmen. See, medicine sellers औषध विकणारे, जडीबुटी विकणारे लोक तिथे होते, किंवा लोखंडी सामान, जे चोरी केलेलं लोखंडी सामान होतं ते विकणारी लोक आहेत. मॅजिशियन म्हणजे जादूगार आहेत. ऑक्शनियर ऑफ चीप क्लोथ म्हणजे स्वस्त दरामध्ये कपड्यांची विक्री करणारे काही विक्रेते आहेत. सो असे बरेचसे विक्रेते तिथे असायचे. नेक्स्ट टू अवर ॲस्ट्रोलॉजर, वन ग्राउंडनट वेंडर वॉज देअर. ग्राउंडनट, शेंगदाणे विक्रेता असायचा. आय टोल्ड यू अबाउट इट दॅट ही ऑलवेज गिव्ह द फॅन्सी नेम टू हिज groundnut. What are these fancy names? Bombay ice cream, Delhi almond, Raja's delicacy. Understand? So these are the names given by that groundnut vendor to his groundnut. तो जो ग्राउंडनट वेंडर होता तो असे वेगवेगळ्या नावं त्यांनी आपल्या शेंगदाण्यांना दिलेली होती. असा हा आपला ॲस्ट्रोलॉजर त्या टाउन हॉल मार्केट म्हणून जे प्लेस आहे, टाउन हॉल पार्क म्हणून जे प्लेस आहे, तिथे तो चिंचेच्या झाडाखाली बसायचा. ओके, सी द नेक्स्ट पॅरा. He had left his village without any previous thought or plan. If he had continued there, he would have carried on the work of his forefathers, namely, tilling the land, living, marrying, and ripening in his cornfield and ancestral home. But that was not to be. He had to leave home without telling anyone, and he could not rest till he left it behind a couple of 100 miles. To a villager, it is a great deal, and if an ocean flowed between. See, without any planning and without any consideration, he left his village. कोणत्याही प्रकारचं प्लॅनिंग विचार न करता आपला ॲस्ट्रोलॉजर हे त्याचं गाव सोडून दुसऱ्या गावी आलेला आहे. He left his village behind a couple of 100 miles. Couple of 100 miles means couple means two. It means that 200 miles. So he left his village behind 200 miles and he came to the new village. Understand? He had a working analysis of mankind's trouble. Marriage, money, and the tangles of human ties. Long practice had sharpened his perceptions. Within 5 minutes, he understood what was wrong. He charged 3 pies per question, never opened his mouth till the other had spoken for at least 10 minutes, which provided him enough stuff for a dozen answers and advices. When he told the persons before him, gazing at his palm, in many ways you are not getting the fullest results for your efforts. See, it was his tact, it was his attitude, how he give how he gave his students the knowledge about their nature. So, first of all, when any person came to this astrologer, he never opened his mouth. But within 5 minutes, he understood what was going wrong with that particular person. He had a working analysis of mankind's troubles. So, what are the mankind's trouble? What are the problems the individual has faced according to the astrologer? See, what are the troubles? Marriage, money, the tangles of human ties. So, these are the troubles of human. लग्न आहे किंवा पैसा आहे, बऱ्याचशा लोकांना हेच प्रॉब्लेम्स असतात की नाही. त्यामुळे ह्यांनी ते जाणून घेतलेलं होतं की लोक आपल्याकडे कशासाठी येत आहेत, कोणत्या प्रकारचं भविष्य विचारायला येत आहेत. सो विदिन 5 minutes he understand what was going wrong with that particular person. So when the person came to him, he never opened his mouth and he let that person to speak. त्या व्यक्तीला तो बोलण्याची संधी द्यायचा आणि अगदी 10 मिनिटे ती समोरची व्यक्ती बोलल्यानंतर ह्याला समजायचं की ह्या व्यक्तीला नक्की काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे. सो विदिन दोज 10 minutes he get the enough stuff for a dozen answers and advices. So after listening that particular person for 10 minutes, he got the knowledge about that person and he used to give him advice. So what he tells, see, in many ways you are not getting the fullest results for your efforts. What he used to tell the person in front of him, that you work hard in your life but you never get, or you are not getting the good result for your efforts. की तू बरंच प्रयत्न करतो आहेस पण तुझ्या प्रयत्नांना काही यश येत नाही. 9 out of 10 were disposed to agree with him. See, 9 out of 10 people are agree with our astrologer. Or he question, is there any woman in your family, maybe even a distant relative, who is not well disposed towards you? What he used to ask them, that is there any woman who interrupted you? Or he gave an analysis of character. Most of your troubles are due to your nature. How can you be otherwise with Saturn where he is? You have an impetuous nature and a rough exterior. This endeared him to their hearts immediately, for even the mildest of us loves to think that he has a forbidding exterior. See, and sometimes he used to tell the people that you have an impetuous nature. Impetuous means impulsive. In मराठी उतावीळ, की तुमचा स्वभाव कसा आहे तर उतावीळ आहे आणि म्हणून तुम्हाला तुमच्या लाईफमध्ये प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत. द रिमेनिंग lesson we will see in the